Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Alyssa, and for today's video, we are going to be doing a review and demo on the Makeup by Mario Master Metals palette. I am so excited that I'm finally able to use this. A lot of you guys actually requested that I show you guys this on camera and kind of test it out for you, and so I am here to deliver. The way I'm going to be doing it today is I am going to be using his Master Manipulator, but I'm also going to be using my Inglot Duraline to see kind of which is better, if this is something you totally need or if you can get by without it. I'm kind of going to go into all of those details for this video, so I hope you guys are excited. And I do just want to quickly mention that I have not watched any videos or reviews on this product, and that is because I didn't want to go in with any sort of like preconceived notion. I didn't want to have any like extra tips or tricks. I just kind of wanted to go into it with a very open mind and just kind of see how I personally would utilize this product. So I hope you guys are excited, and without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, you guys, so jumping into this, I am going to do this as a voiceover because one of my neighbors is doing something which I'm sure you can hear that, and I just don't think that it's gonna stop anytime soon, and I'm on a filming schedule right now, and so I'm gonna do this as a voiceover. I'm gonna talk over everything I'm doing. I'm gonna try and do it in as real time as possible. I'm gonna show you swatches. I'm gonna do everything. We'll do them dry, we'll do them wet, and then we'll kind of work like that. So I really hope that you guys enjoy, and I'm so sorry. My next video where I try out products will definitely be a talk through, but I was not prepared for this to be happening today. So yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and jump right on into it. Alright guys, so let's get into testing out this palette. So this is what the outer packaging looks like and what the palette looks like on the inside. It has a huge mirror and it's just absolutely stunning. I think the color choices here are fantastic. They're neutral but a fun pop, and then it does have this little plastic tray here that is removable. And so this is what the inside looks like. I really like it, surprisingly. Normally I don't love things with white packaging, but I like this one a lot. So I'm just showing you here how I am swatching these dry, just so you know. And then this is what these shades look like swatched dry. They're very pretty, very pigmented. They look absolutely stunning, nice and shimmery. And then now I'm going to jump into using the Master Manipulator. So I am going to take this product and I'm going to squirt it directly into the tray. The only video I saw about this palette was just one of Mario saying like, hey, you can put the liquid in the tray instead of scraping it. And since I was going to swatch them all, this is how I wanted to do it. By the way, it does have a weird smell, as you can see my face right there. I don't know what it smells like, but I don't love it. So back to swatching these. So I'm going to take a flat brush. I'm going to dip it into the manipulator that I squirted into the tray, and I'm going to go directly into the shadow with the brush, and that is how I'm going to be using them, as to not kind of dirty up all the shades today. I left this in here because you guys, look at that. I was so impressed with that swatch. Like, holy cow. I did swatch them all with individual brushes, and here are what the swatches look like side by side. So the left side is obviously with the manipulator, the right side is dry. They look absolutely gorgeous either way. The manipulator definitely makes them a little bit more vibrant, and it just makes them more foiled looking. So I'm going to use this brown shade today for my makeup looks, and I'm going to start off with the manipulator first. I'm going to go and squirt some more into the little tray just because I had used up everything I squirted in there for my swatches. I'm going to take the brush that I was using for that swatch, and now we're going to get ready to start putting it on the eyes. So I am going to zoom you guys in so you can just see what's going on, and just look at that, you guys. Look at how gorgeous that is. That is so pigmented. It looks so foiled, so wet. It's absolutely stunning. And I will say that this shadow glided on like a dream. It was almost effortless, like how quick and easy I was able to kind of move the product around. I will say that I feel like you do need to kind of pay attention to that, because I feel like it can get a little out of hand. Like, I felt like my inner corner was a little too heavy with product just because I wasn't prepared for how smooth and how quick I was going to be able to move it around versus like normal patting motions. But it is just, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, you guys. That is so gorgeous. And then now I'm taking my Duraline and I'm putting this on a separate tray so the mixing mediums wouldn't get mixed together in the Mario palette. I'm taking a clean flat brush and we are going to dip it into my Duraline, and then I'm going to dip my brush directly into the shadow, just like I did on the other side to make it super fair. and then we're going to get ready to pop this on. I will say, literally mere moments ago when I was reviewing this footage, right before I clicked record narration, I realized that I sure did let this go out of focus. So I am pissed at myself. I apologize so much, you guys. I'm so sorry. But as you can see, blurry in the background over there, I am definitely doing more patting motions with the Inglot Duraline, just because Duraline tends to dry down much quicker. I do know this about this product, so I am doing patting motions versus swiping motions, but the shadow is still going on absolutely stunning. The pigmentation is still there, and it still looks very foiled in my personal opinion. I did want to give you guys just a quick close-up of my eyes. This is right after I put on the eyeshadow. I have not done any blending with any of my matte eyeshadows or anything. This is strictly right after I laid down the bronze shade from the Mario palette. As you can see, they both look absolutely stunning, super pigmented, absolutely gorgeous. But as you can tell on the side with the manipulator, that I have a harsh stop on the end, unlike on this eye where I'm pointing, where everything is pretty much already blended without having added any additional shadow. I do think that is because the Duraline, I use more patting motions due to the way that the medium works. And you can see here I'm trying to add a little bit more from the Mario side, but it is difficult because it does come to such a harsh stop since the mixing medium is more liquidy on this side. I hope that makes sense. What I'm showing you here is my eyes all complete after taking the time to, blend out all of my edges and make sure I was satisfied with the look. And truthfully, I think both sides look absolutely stunning. I don't think that you can tell a difference in product use. I think if I didn't tell you that I had used two different mixing mediums, you would literally have no way to know, as both sides look even and blended and just super, super pretty. And so I really like the way that the eyes turned out. Very, very simple. Somehow, miraculously, the noise that was outside has now stopped, just in time for me to be able to kind of give you my thoughts and opinions in like a real time format. So I'm super excited about that. Obviously, I did something very, very minimal today, and I did not put on any falsies just so you could see the makeup underneath really, really well. But I do like the eye look. It's very, very simple, but I feel like it was pretty easy to do. I feel like it looks like something most people would wear and be comfortable wearing. And you guys know me, I love a warm bronzy tone look, so it works out perfect for me. But let's kind of start talking about the product. So we're going to talk about the palette first. Now, I think I've already mentioned it, but the palette does retail for $48, and that is for 5 shades. I love, love, love the packaging of it a ton. I think it's absolutely stunning. I like how sturdy it is. I like that it's going to be easy to clean because it is white. It is going to get dirty. I do like the little removable tray here, which I showed you guys earlier, because you can take this out and easily clean everywhere, which I really appreciate, especially because it is going to get dirty with what you're doing inside the palette. As far as the way that it applied on the eyes, we're going to talk about it on this side first. This side is the one in which I used Makeup by Mario's manipulator with the product, and I think it was really, really nice. The manipulator is $14, and this is 0.5 fluid ounces, just so you guys know. And I feel like it went on really, really pretty. It's very, very, very aggressive. I'm not gonna lie, it's very saturated. The pigment is there immediately, which is good. I think that's what most people want, but it can be a little intimidating if you're not prepared for that. I will say that I felt that it got a little aggressive for me right in my inner corner here, and that could be because I started more towards my inner corner, so I just had more product there. But I will say I really had to kind of tone that down because to me it looked a little heavy. The product does glide on like a dream. It is so easy to move around, especially when like you're getting up in the crease area, depending on how you want to use the product. It was just so easy to move. I didn't have to dip back into the palette. The first bunch that I had on the brush was plenty for my lid space. The only thing I will say that it does dry down fast, very fast. You do have some time to work with it, but by the time like I had put it down and then wanted to kind of touch up my outer corner, girl, she was dry. So probably do one eye at a time. Definitely like put it on there, let it get a little dry, and then do all your work before kind of jumping back and forth. I wouldn't like put it on this eye, put it on that eye, and then go back over here. Kind of focus on one side of your face at the time because it is drying fast enough for you to only have so much wiggle room. So I didn't like that because I didn't like how it had obviously come to a harsh stop here because I was planning to kind of blend everything out, and then I pretty much just had to go in with dry product on my finger, tap it over there, and then I could add more eyeshadow. Obviously you cannot tell that I have any issues now. Everything looks perfectly blended, but that is something I would keep in mind, that maybe either use your fingers so it can be a little bit more padded versus a brush, or just be prepared to work a little bit quicker if you're gonna do a look like this. Obviously if you're doing something graphic and you're looking for a harsh line, that doesn't matter, but for the look I did today, I needed that blend, okay? But it was easy to fix. It wasn't a problem, but that is something I wanted to notate for you guys, because on this side in which I used my Inglot Duraline, I did not have that issue. Now Inglot Duraline is about $18, so it is more expensive than the manipulator, and this is 0.3 fluid ounces. So you're actually getting a little less product in this, but I find that Duraline lasts, I mean, forever. You can see that this is how much I've used over my time of having it. I personally love this product. I use it all the time to make eyeshadows into liquids, to revive mascaras and gel liners and things like that. So this is a staple product for me, which is why I wanted to try it with this, because if you already have something like this in your collection, I wanted to see if you needed to spend the additional like $14 to $15 on his manipulator to utilize with the palette. As far as application goes, as far as the way they look compare to each other, I think they look dang near identical. I really don't think that you can tell that there is much of a difference. Now I will say, with the Inglot Duraline, I did have to be careful because this is drying even faster than this. Now I know this about this product, so it wasn't a problem for me. I was moving rather quickly, but if you're not careful and you try and go over it a bunch, it can start trying to lift the product. So this side does not do that. The Mario manipulator, when I added more on top, it wasn't lifting anything. The Duraline was trying to lift a little bit, and so that is something to keep in mind. It's not that it can't be done, you just need to know that that could happen if you're using a product like this one or this one in general. I did do more patting motions with the Duraline. I didn't just like swipe it over because, again, I didn't want any of the lifting as I was re-going over, so I pretty much patted from inner to outer corner. That did make my application on this outer corner way better than this one because, again, it didn't come to a harsh stop because I was patting it on like you would any other eyeshadow product in general. And so I didn't have to do anything but kind of blend it out a little bit instead of adding more product like I did on the Makeup by Mario manipulator side. So that is the only thing worth notating. But if you don't have this product and you're not interested in having to worry about working even faster or having any potential lifting, then I wouldn't go for like this one over this one. I would just say go ahead and buy this one because it's cheaper anyways, and it was made to go with his product in general. I feel like this was easier for me to work with just because I'm more comfortable with the product. I know what to expect when I use this, and so that's why I didn't have any issue. But if you are someone who's never used it before, you're not going to be prepared for that. So in all honesty, between these two, I think if you already have this or something like this, you don't need to get his manipulator because you're going to be able to achieve the same type of look, especially if it's a product that you're comfortable with using and you kind of know how it's going to work on your eyes. If you don't have anything like this, I just say go ahead and get his product because it is made to use with this particular palette. There's a reason he's going to have tutorials on it, and it's just going to kind of help you out. But that's only if you don't have anything else. Like, as far as my overall thoughts and opinions in general go, like would I recommend this to you guys? Yes, I do think it's a really, really pretty palette. I am excited to continue to use it. I think it's fairly easy overall because it's pretty self-explanatory and they were easy shadows to work with in general, and because they can be used both dry and wet, I think they're good for a large range of people who are trying to practice with makeup because it's less intimidating than having to be like, oh, I just have to use it wet and I just have to hope for the best, because maybe you don't want this kind of intensity on your eyes, especially with some of like these shades down here, but you want to use these shades in general. So I would recommend it to you. Do I think it's a necessity? Absolutely not, because you can take a product like Duraline and make any eyeshadow you want a liquid. Any shimmer in your collection, if you're looking for something like this, you can use this product and turn it into a liquid. So I don't think it's a necessity. I do think it is nice to have. It is something you're interested in, and if you like these types of colors, again, I really appreciate that the colors are very neutral, very wearable. They work for a ton of different looks, both fall, spring, summer, winter, all that jazz. It's a very versatile palette. I really do like it. I'm very pleased with it. I am going to do a little bit more research, like I said, because I have done no research on it in general. So if I totally flub this up, whether it was application or the way I used it or anything like that, definitely let me know down below if you have any tips or tricks or suggestions, not only for me but anybody else who may be reading the comments. If you guys want me to try it using different methods, different products, different brushes, a different color, definitely let me know and I can totally do that for you. But I think overall it's a really nice palette. They were easy to use. I like the way the look turned out. And yeah, you guys, thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!